Hey guys, so I'm finally back with another makeup video. Sorry I've been MIA. I have a newborn and a toddler, so it has been busy, but I have been wanting to do this video for several weeks, but I had to test out this new product. So you guys know I'm always trying to perfect my kit, and it changed a lot when COVID hit because I kind of condensed my kit a lot, created a micro kit, made it a lot more, pandemic friendly, sanitary. So I have my old kit video, my last one, which shows you how I repacked everything and condensed everything, so I'll link that below. But I have a new train case and I kind of want to talk about it because I was really excited when it came out. And of course, I have to give you guys my 100% complete, honest feedback. So, I have my last train case, which is the Relavel XL Traincase. And I actually did really like this. It was very easy to work out of. I don't use any of the dividers. I just kind of have all of my makeup just sitting in here in containers, and I just put everything in their sections. And just as FYI, I paid $60.99 for this on Amazon. The extra large was perfect size for me. I think the large would have been too small. And I loved it, except for one thing. It was just way too heavy. And part of the reason why I was struggling with it is because I was using it while I was pregnant. And my kit is very heavy because I have a lot of stuff. So I would end up putting it on a little pull cart when I was doing gigs. And that's just not convenient because the cart was running into things, if I was pulling it through hotel rooms, so that was a little bit tricky. So I still like this, and I think I might use this for maybe my airbrush makeup kit or a second kit. So Relavel came up with the backpack version of that in the last year, and I was really looking at it. But I heard some mixed reviews in that it didn't lay flat on the table because of the backpack straps, and it was a little bit smaller. And I put my train case, that one, on a table and I just work out of it. So it was important that I could just lay it on the table. And then also, I didn't want to go smaller because it's hard enough trying to condense my kit as it is. I did used to have a Zuka, which I was using for a while. But one, it was just a little bit too cumbersome with all of the pouches, having to take them out. And then two, it actually got stolen. I feel like you always hear people's kits got stolen, and it finally happened to me. So I had to kind of get a new kit. Luckily, by the time it got stolen, I had most of my things in this guy. If this had gotten stolen, I would have been crying because I spent so many hours condensing all the product into that kit. So I lost some stuff, but not everything, thank God. But I did lose my Zuka backpack, my Zuka train case, and my Zuka pouches that go on the side. And that alone is several $100s worth of train case. So annoying. So anyways, back to the story. The Relavel backpack I passed on, but then Relavel came out with the same style, but with this, a trolley handle. And that is that's what a requirement for me with train cases. I sacrificed that with the Relavel makeup extra large case because I was trying it out, and I know everybody's kind of going to that model. But this handle, and the wheels was it sold me. So I bought it as soon as it launched. It was $169.99, free shipping, which was relatively quick, but it's definitely a price jump from $60.99 for the regular one up to $169.99 to get, pretty much you get a rolling version of it. So it was a little bit pricey. I don't think it should be that much. And there are certain things I like about it and some things I don't. So of course I want to show you and be completely honest about it. Alright, so here we have the extra large Relavel Makeup Artist train case without the wheels or backpack, and this is the newest version with the wheels and backpack straps. So this is, like I said, the extra large. I fit so much in here, and I'm curious to see if I can put everything in here because they are a little bit different. So we're gonna pack these up and see how they compare. looks like right here. The difference is that besides the fact that it has the wheels and, you know, the luggage handle, it also has backpack straps that you can tuck in or leave out. I tried it as a backpack and it's okay, but my case is so heavy that I don't think I could carry it on my back for a long period of time. It's nice to have just in case for some reason I'm in a situation where I have like a ton of stairs or like gravel where I can't roll my train case, but I probably won't use that. But it does have it, which is cool. I think it would be better if the straps were wider and more padded. And there is a chest support strap, but it would be better if it also had a second one that went around the waist if you really want to use it as a backpack. It has these side pouches which have a little support strap, which is good just to kind of keep it tight. I don't use these side pouches for much. I just kind of store some like client emergency bag stuff like sewing kits, personal items, Tide pens, you know, that kind of stuff. And then it also has a charger, which they kind of make a big deal about it. It has one of those chargers. I have not used it yet. I haven't had to, but I guess that's kind of nice to have in case you're traveling and you need to charge it. But let me see. This is a regular USB, so it doesn't go to like your phone unless you have a converter. So I don't know what I would charge with that, but it's there. It has a pouch here. I just have scissors, Tide pens, double stick fashion tape. Here, this is where I had my pouches and tissues, safety pins, that kind of stuff like emergency stuff within grabbing reach. I think if I did hair, this would be convenient for like hairbrushes and combs and stuff like that. So that's a new pouch if you want to store things. And then there's a second pouch on this side, and it has the business card holder, which is always good. And then here, this one is definitely for a hairstylist because it has the, you know, the foil wrapped heat protectant part for your hot tools. It feels a little cheap to me. I have this on my same Zuka backpack, but I never use it because I don't do hair. But right now I have in here like straws, as well as hand lotion, and just some like trash bags, random things, pens. Like I said, I don't really use this that much, so I probably could be used better, and I just have extra business cards in here. Alright, so the reason I don't really use it is because it's kind of like not very deep, so you have to keep like shallow things in here. Okay, so let's talk about the handle. It does slide up really easily, so, and it goes long enough for me. I'm pretty short though, so I can't speak to if you're like tall, but it extends, telescopes easily. Now let's talk about the wheels. So it has two sets of wheels right here, but here's the problem with the wheels. You can see it has this little board right here, but then look at how much space is not supported by the board and the wheels. You have, with me, it's like at least 4 to 5 inches that are hanging without a support. So because of that, the train case is very easy to topple over, so it falls forward a lot, because a lot of the weight is hanging over this side. So it would have been so much better if somehow they made this up to here, and then the wheels farther apart for stability. And that is very, very annoying. My train case falls over so much that I have to kind of lean it on a wall, and be careful not to have it fall. And when you have makeup in here, you have to be careful with that because you don't want it to crack or break. A second thing that would have been way helpful is they do have one strap right here, which is sturdy, but if it would have been way helpful if there was like a bottom handle and a side handle. I know my Zuka has that, and it makes it so much easier, especially when I'm lifting this like in and out of my car. So those are two pretty big deals. It makes it a little difficult, but I will say, like, I would definitely not go back to the regular style. I need the telescoping handle and the wheels because it makes it so much easier for me to bring this to mobile gigs, because I have to walk usually from like a parking lot, parking garage, and I would definitely take the drawbacks. But if they came out with a version 2.0, I would definitely look into that. There is a front pouch on this new style, but it's much smaller than this old style, which is basically the front pouch is the size of the whole train case. So you can see like there's all these like pockets, as well as like a large big one right here, and I fit a lot of stuff in here. So when they have the new style, when it's much smaller, I was like, ugh, that kind of messed up how I stored things, but I had to kind of go with it. So in the front pocket, zip pocket right here, this is really, really small. Like I can barely fit maybe my hand in. I can fit my hand in. So I wouldn't keep a lot in here besides like business cards or something very slim. So I don't even have anything in there. I think I used to have a couple of like trash bags, but right now there's nothing in there because also it'll make it go out more this way. Then we have this compartment. So this is supposed to be the equivalent of the other one. And it luckily expands on the side right here, but I definitely can't fit as much. So the way I was able to fit things is I just kind of have pouches that I can just lift out like this. And there is a little zippered part right here where I have more pouches. This is where I store like my tissues and my wipes and stuff. And then there is two like pouches right here where you could put my little baggies in, but honestly it doesn't really keep it organized because I have a million bags, so I just keep them loose. I have my little trash can, and then there's a zippered compartment up here, and I put my business cards and my little giveaway touch-up kit stuff right there. So it's okay. I wish it was bigger, but it definitely took some tries for me to get it together because I couldn't fit everything that I could in like the other front pouch. Okay, so the zippers feel like they're pretty stable, and they have a part where you can connect a lock if you want, so that's nice. Okay, so then let's talk about the main compartment. So one big difference that I really like compared to the old one, so the old one had, oh, I just realized there's an eyeliner here. It had the protective flap with the clear wipeable part underneath, which is good, but this part is solid, where in the new one, I think they were listening to people's feedback, it's clear now. So everybody loves clear with COVID because you can see things, but it's covering and protecting things like a sneeze guard kind of, and you can wipe it. So it's wipeable on both sides. And then here, I did the exact same thing I did with my old one. I just put all of my pencils and a couple of like cream shadows I use often, mascara and stuff like that. So that was good. I did that. I don't put brushes in there because again, I don't want to expose my brushes to everything, but technically you could because there's like a sneeze guard there. So here's the main compartment, and it's pretty deep. So that's the difference. Technically this is deeper than the main compartment on the other one, so you can fit more here. I have my silicone placemat. I have like a file folder with my contracts. And then there's actually a good amount of space in here, and I'll show you how I stacked everything. So what I'm able to do is store a couple of brush sets for individual clients. So I like these little cases from Amazon because they're flat. If I did my Cazzetti round brush canister, it would be a little too high, but I could probably fit 2 more of these, and I think I'm going to get a couple more of these because I also store my brushes just in like clear zippy bag containers, but I like these because it's a cup and it stands up like that, and then it also folds back down. So I'm thinking of getting a couple more of these. I also have in here my, I've switched to this as my makeup palette or my spatula and palette set because it's really big, and I found that I like the bigger ones better. This is just steel, which is easy to clean from Alcone. The acrylic ones are really big, and I have a couple of acrylic ones, but I think the acrylic ones I have are not good quality because they're thin and hard to clean. So I prefer this. Okay, everything is stacked in here. Again, I'm not using the dividers because I prefer it this way. So I have all these little boxes from Amazon in different sizes. And that's how I store things. Like these are, a lot of things are stored like this. Foundations and illuminizers. And I have my labels at the top, so I know what everything is, and everything is protected from like contamination. I think it would be great if they could have another part right here which covers the train case, like another flap that kind of goes that way. That would be really good.
I have my palettes, so these are all plastic cases from Amazon, small and big. Here are the small ones, like I have my glitters in here. Again, check out my last video if you want to see details. I have my perfect palettes, which are magnetic palettes that I depotted my foundations, lipsticks into. And then I have, the only palettes I didn't depot are these Viseart ones, because I messed up my old Viseart palette depotting it, so now I'm just paranoid, and it doesn't take up that much space. So then I have a couple of Z palettes. So I have them labeled at the top. Like I said, it's kind of like a library. You just pull things from the spine. So I have blush, highlight, contour, and 2 eyeshadow palettes. So the thing that actually takes up the most room are my foundations, because I have a lot of new foundations in my kit. I have the Demestomyrix Vision Queen Cover, their new RCMA liquid foundation, the Face Atelier silicone based foundation, Makeup Forever, which is like an old staple in my kit, which I'm considering phasing out because they're getting rid of that formula. And then I actually have the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet, which is new. And I put it in this case, which is a Temp 2 airbrush case, which fits really well in my gap. So yeah, I have a lot of foundation. Still have my powders in this little stacker jar, and the lips. The lips had to be, I had to find a deeper clear case from Amazon, because it's the Fenty lip glosses, which I have a lot of, are chunky. So I just put the powder right on top. I kind of wish it had space for both, but it doesn't, and so I just kind of lay it right there. And then I have my 2 Alcone bags with my skincare, and then my primers and my sprays. So that didn't change. And then I also, now I have a little disposables bag. I didn't have that before, but I had space. So I have liner, spoolie, and a little pencil case, or pencil sharpener. So yeah, I have a lot of room there. It's not too tight, luckily. Before it was kind of getting tight, so I can pull things in and out easily and stack them back in, which means fast cleanup and setup. And then, like I said, I just put things back here. So I love the fact that this is super deep. So you can definitely store a lot of things, like really big palettes, and you can stand some things upright. So I like to have this silicone table mat right here though, because it kind of cushions everything. And then this closes here. Like I said, it would be great if they had another one of these kind of clear guards over. And then you have to make sure to tuck in the straps. And I think I've gotten to a good place where it's full, but it's not like impossible to zip. So if I stand this up, okay, so I have my hand on it. Let me go ahead and point you more to the ground. Okay, so here it is. Oh, there it goes. It falls right over. Like I said, it's very front heavy. So like it looks like, yep, it falls over again. Turn it around and face the pouch side towards like a wall and have it lean. That still fell over. You see how that's super annoying? It's because the wheelbase is too narrow. And then what I usually do is I'll have the telescoped handle out. I'll take this, which is my makeup light bag, and I'll put it on top and I'll wheel it. And it's okay to wheel, it's still a little bit unstable, but if I go in a straight line, it's okay, but the wheels could be better. So this is everything that I carry on a gig. And then I have my makeup chair in a bag where I have on a shoulder strap. So I'm still able to do everything I did with my rolling Zuka, but now it's like in a case that I can sit on the table and work out of versus having to remove all the Zuka patches. So overall, I do like it better. It definitely has some kinks that need working out, but I'm gonna keep it for until the next round comes out. So hopefully Relavel sees this and they can, you know, make improvements. Just being completely honest, I paid for the Traincase with my own money. It was not sponsored. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this updated Traincase review. Let me know what you think, if you have any questions, if you have any suggestions on awesome Traincases that you love. And I will see you guys in the next video. Ciao, Bellas.